Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video I'm going to show you how I make my labels using my Cricut machine. The Cricut can be really intimidating until you know what you're doing, and I figured out a simple way on how to use it to make these really easy labels. So if you are interested, keep watching. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I make my labels. First, I will open Google Chrome, and you will want to pull up Cricut Design Space. So each Cricut comes with the Cricut Design Space software, and this is where you will make your crafts. I don't know how to use this software without paying for each individual text or image that I use. I haven't done too much research on it, but from what I've seen briefly from using it, you just have to pay for everything individually, and I just feel like that would add up really fast. So I've just kind of created my own way of doing things, and what I use is another software. I will save whatever I make as an image and then just upload it to Cricut Design Space for free, and then I can make anything that I want without paying anything at all. If you want to use the software I use, it's PicMonkey. We'll go to Create New. This is just going to be on a blank canvas, so I'll click Blank Canvas, and you kind of want to do something small, so when you upload it onto Cricut Design, it's not too big of a space. So I'll go ahead and just do a 4x2, and I'm going to name this image, I'll just name it Flour Label. So what I'm going to be making are labels for my flour, oats, and sugar canisters. So I'll hit Create. And then there you go. So over here on the left is all the different features that you have. I'm going to make this plain and simple and just do text. You can add images or any type of different shapes or what have you for these labels. But like I said, I kind of like the clean, simple look, so I'm just going to do a text. So you'll go to text, click add text. So I'm going to type in flour. So here you can see on the left-hand side, there are tons of different fonts PicMonkey comes with. I like the calligraphy look, and they do have some calligraphy fonts, but the look that I'm looking for isn't a font that's already on this program. So they do have an option where you can download your own font and upload it onto PicMonkey. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll go ahead and show you how I do that. I think the font that I'm actually going to use, I've already uploaded. I like this Boulevard font, but I'll just upload a random font so you can see how I do this. So what you'll want to do to upload your own font is go to dafont.com. They have thousands of fonts to choose from. Like I said, I like the calligraphy, so I'll go over here to script, and where it says calligraphy, just click on that, and there's all the calligraphy fonts that they have to offer. They have so many. I mean, it's really hard to choose exactly what you want. So an easy way to see if it's something that you like is you can actually preview your text here. So I'm doing flour, so I'll just type in flour. I'll do the large. Click submit, and then it'll show each font with the word that you want to use. And then I kind of like it this way because you can see a font and you can really like what it looks like, but then once you type in what you want to use it for, it kind of changes, and I find that I actually don't like the font as much as I thought I would. So I kind of like this feature of that. So let's see, let's just pick a random font here. This one, Clarissa. Okay, so say you like this font, you want to use it, you're going to hit download. And then it shows up in the download down here. What I like to do for all my downloads is to drag it out to my desktop. It's just easier to find that way. And what I've done is already just created a different folder. So all the fonts that I'll download, I'll just add to this folder. But before you want to do that, you actually do want to open the font so it's a full download. Okay, there we go. So then you can drag this into the new fonts file. So then you'll go back to PicMonkey. You'll want to click upload your fonts, choose fonts, and then you'll go to your desktop, find the folder that you saved the font in. We chose Clarissa, so you'll click on Clarissa. It's showing that it's uploading. Click I'm done, and then there's the font right there. Super easy. And so I'm not going to do this font. Like I said, I already picked out my favorite. I think I'm going to do this Boulevard. All right, so that's what I want. So I'm going to export to computer, and there it is. Like I said before, I like to drag it out to my desktop so it's easy to find. Okay, so now that I have my image saved, I'm going to go back to Cricut Design Space. I'm going to click New for a new project. I'm going to hit upload because I did save this as an image. You want to click upload image, click browse, and you will go back to your desktop and find the label that you created. So there's mine, flower label. So here it gives you 3 options to choose from: simple, moderate, or complex. I'm just going to click simple. There isn't anything really detailed about this. Click continue, and there's my image. So what it's asking you to do here is you want to erase the background. So whatever you want printed, so for this instance, all I want printed is all the black. You want to gray out all the other areas. So you'll click on the background, get rid of that, and you'll want to get out all the fillers here. And that's it. So you'll go to continue, and there's your image right there. That's exactly what it's going to look like when it's printed onto the vinyl. And what we're doing is we're cutting the image, so we want this gray one. So what this is showing is the background is going to be out, all the fillers will be out, and this gray area is going to be what the vinyl is, which is what we want, is the word. You want to click save. Okay, and then there it is. So the first thing you'll want to do to cut this project is you're going to want to select the labels that you've created. So I've already made all my labels here. I'm just going to click on all 3 of them and click insert images. This will insert each of those fonts into the Cricut design space. You will want to measure the item you are wanting to put the label on prior to creating the label. So that's why you'll want to use a tape measure to measure the jar or whatever you're putting the label on. That way you don't waste any of the vinyl that you're using and you know exactly what size you should print. So I'm going to make mine all about 4 inches. So I'm going to line it up to the edge and measure it out to the 4-inch mark. I'm going to do the same to all of the labels. So they're all about the same size. And then last one, oops. Okay, so they're all about 4 inches. And then I'm going to click on Make It. And it'll show here what the images will look like on the vinyl. And that all looks to be fine. This red line shows where it will be cut off, and it is all within the limits. So it all looks good. So, okay, you'll want to click continue. Now it is just loading your Cricut. You have your Cricut set to vinyl already because that is what you're cutting, and it shows you which type of blade to use and to load the mat and to press the button when ready. Okay, so to get started, you are going to want to take your cutting board, take off that clear wrapping, and you're going to want to put the vinyl right onto that board. So this board looks just like the Cricut design space that we just looked at, and it has the inches across. So you'll want to lay your vinyl down to match up. And this board is sticky, so your vinyl shouldn't go anywhere. It should be able to stay intact just fine. Next, you'll want to load the paper. So you'll want to slide it in the rings. And like I already showed you on the computer, it is ready to go. So you just want to click this flashing button. And that is preparing your paper to be cut. And then now it's showing this flashing Cricut button. You will press that Cricut button and the cutting process will begin. Okay, it is all done. So you will press the flashing button. It will unload your paper. You'll want to take your weeding tool here and you'll just want to take out all the black background.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily.
So doing this, I realized I'm gonna be running into the other labels. I wasn't even thinking. If you just cut every label out, that way you don't have to worry about cutting. I think I might actually just use the scissors for this part. So what I mean is, when I'm pulling off the label, I'm running into the other labels. So if you just want to cut around, that way you're not running into the other labels.
Your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Oh, baby.
Next, you'll just want to cut a small piece of transfer tape to fit over the label. And then you just want to peel back and stick that transfer tape right onto the vinyl. So using the scraping tool allows the transfer tape and the vinyl to stick to one another without having any air bubbles. You'll just want to carefully peel off the transfer tape and then apply it to whatever you are wanting to label. Make sure you do a really good job of getting all the air bubbles out and making sure that the vinyl is sticking to the item you are wanting the label to be on. And then you want to just carefully peel back the transfer tape. Alright guys, and that is it. Like I said, these labels are actually really simple to make once you get the hang of it. Now that I've made some labels, I'm addicted and I almost want to label everything in my house. So if this video helped you guys, let me know and don't forget to leave it a thumbs up.